Hello everyone, it's Simmuz here and welcome to a new speed build. In this episode we are building what I called modern classic house. It's a pretty big build. The lot actually it's not that big, but the build itself it's a pretty big build. And it's a classic looking house, but it does have some modern and more contemporary interior design, so that's why I couldn't really settle on just being modern or just being classic, so that's why modern classic. And yeah, it's a build on 3 stories. The third story here it's a little bit smaller, and I think it looks pretty cool from the outside and the inside as well. So I really want to know what you guys think about it. And if you enjoy it, of course, let me know in the comments and let me know what you think about it. And of course, as always, you are gonna get some screenshots in the end. So if you don't really care about all the building process and decoration and all this layering, room creating, whatever you want to call it, that I'm doing right now. If you don't care about this stuff, you can skip right to the end of the video and watch the screenshot if you care about the final result. But I do remember I did this video a long time ago, and I just kept it here, never put it out. I think I just was waiting for the right time, and maybe like when I just needed to record some vocals like I'm doing right now, and yeah, and put it out a video out because I didn't have much else. So this is way before actually Cats and Dogs, maybe even before Parenthood. I'm not 100%, but I think you can find it on a gallery under my username Silly Simmuz, like here on YouTube. Just of course without spaces because we cannot use spaces on a gallery. But anyway, let's talk about the house itself. The look that I was getting, it was, as you can see, very classic, big, like family home, a bit Victorian maybe, like a remodernized Victorian house, a little bit American, but I guess also kind of European. You can see house like this in Italy. I guess so, yeah, you can do it. It's not that common. Usually they're not this fancy looking because it's actually a pretty fancy house for what it is. There are a lot of rooms. There is like a lot of details put into it, and I really like it. And yeah, what it's gonna go on now. I'm just working on the outside, trying to choose a palette for the outside. We settle on this like brownish colored palette. Um, yeah, that's more or less the palette that we're working on. I'm gonna say that didn't have we didn't have Parenthood, but we did have vampires. I'm sure about that. Maybe we did have Parenthood. Maybe we did. But anyway, I'm just trying to remember when I actually built it. Working again on the layout, trying to change rooms around and choose with what is becoming what actually, which room is gonna be what, and putting in some windows, of course, because we want the house to be pretty fairly, lit up, fairly lit. Oh my god, so lit. But fairly lit up for like everything. And I really like these circling windows. I think they looks very cool. And I like them on the roof part of the house, which I don't know. I wish there were more colors for those windows, for the circular windows. But yeah, now we're choosing an entrance door. Had to choose a two-way door and not a three-way because we had the stairs, and also it's a 4 entrance, so it makes more sense. Getting down some doors, some layout, and yeah. So if you're wondering why my voice is a little bit weird, hopefully it's not. But if it is, the reason is I am recording it at like midnight 48 minutes, like almost 1 a.m. in the morning. So trying not to wake up my family that is sleeping in the other room. So that's why I'm talking this weirdly, if it's weird. Again, I really don't know that. Hopefully it's not. I was trying to get rid of that roof. It was very awful. I had to create a very weird spare room that I turned into a bathroom, if I'm not mistaken. I wanted to get a bathroom anyway, but it was like not the right place there. But I guess it's fine. So now we're working on the house itself. We are, just putting on some basic colors to work with. Changing up the door again, the entrance door, for this a little bit smaller door that I guess suits the house a little bit more. So I'm actually happy with that. Now we're getting some entrance piece. I decided to put a nice shelf under this mirror so that I can put some stuff on it, which it's pretty cool for an entrance. You should have something to, leave your keys or stuff like that. If you get in and you have your car keys or whatever and you want to leave them, you can have the space to do that. But here we have this beautiful entrance piece with the two set of stairs. So I decided we needed some nice pieces of decoration around to make the piece more interesting. This room was a little bit too barren for me, so some decoration, some paintings, a nice little nook with the small table, and yeah, it does turn out like a different room. And here is where the house took a little bit more of a contemporary look that I actually don't mind. I think it looks pretty cool, and it looks like maybe a older house that was kind of renovated inside. So I think it looks very nice. Getting some different colored walls, so it's like an accent wall, and it looks very cool. We do have Parenthood because I am using stuff for Parenthood, but yeah. Anyway, putting in a TV, putting in some paintings, trying to make a nice looking space for this living room. I really like the accent wall. I really like the brick, the exposed brick. White, very polished, very, very pretty. Adding some color behind the TV because we needed that. And a nice side table, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, probably I put it in like a bookcase. I'm not sure. Okay, no, some plants apparently. Okay, cool. Oh, and the light. That's very nice. I love the light. Love that light. A nice carpet on the floor to go with these couches. And here, yeah, I do remember this like studio, small office space, a small nook where you can, have your computer behind the library. The library function has a separator between the two spaces. It's not a different room, but it's not like the same space, if you get what I'm trying to say. Getting this seating under the window. Now we can do it actually with cats and dogs, but I mean, it was the solution for the time. A nice carpet here, and again some art on the wall because we really need a lot of art, which is something that I saw clearly in all my builds. I use a lot of different paintings, so if we can get more paintings, like even a full like expansion pack that it's all paintings, like not expansion pack but stuff pack, like a stuff pack for paintings, that would be great. I'd love that. And I was trying to fit in this TV and get it right so that it looked right, and it was so difficult to do. So in the end, I just gave up and didn't do it. As you can see, I'm struggling so much to get it right, and I decided that TV was big enough with no other bigger TV, even though we could have a bigger TV. I really like the TV to be tilted, so I didn't want to change the layout of the room. So now getting something on this table to get a little bit of color in the house. Even though it's pretty colorful, I really like this palette yellows and this like teal greenish for the couches. So now we are working on a new room. I think this is the yeah, it's the dining room. Getting a nice table, some chairs. Again, a dining room is nothing too special. I decided to have it separated from the kitchen because, like in a modern house, you probably have the dining room in the kitchen or very near the kitchen. But in older houses, you tend to have them separated, at least like a more formal seating area. You have it separated from the kitchen. So this is what it is. So yeah, dining room separated from the kitchen. A little bit more, old school, but I get it with this house. It looks pretty nice. And again, adding some decoration, adding this nice table that I love, I use all the time, adding some decoration on the table as well. And yeah, I think it's not too crazy as a room. It's nothing too crazy going on, but it's pretty standard. But I like it. Does the job, and it looks like a formal room, a formal dining room, which is exactly what it is. Adding this map that it's also a bar, so and the thing from Parenthood that is like for curfew. So this is the kitchen, and the kitchen again, it really took a very modern turn that settled the house for a more like contemporary style. As you can see right now, I know the style of the stuff from Parenthood, it's more 70, but the kitchen still looked like totally like a modern kitchen. So I didn't bother changing it up. Just adding some decoration, adding everything that you need. You have the sink, you have a bin, you have, I think I do put it in a washing machine. I'm not 100% about that. I do have some appliances. I do put in the machine as well, the washing machine, coffee machine, everything. So everything that you need, you have it in this kitchen. You have a space for cutting stuff up. So don't you worry, you have that as well. But yeah, things looks nice. It's very polished, very clean, and it's very lit up from the windows. We have those big windows that I really like, and it makes it look super nice. So very, very happy with that. Adding some art in this wall because we needed that. A little bit of color in this kitchen. So this is one of the bathrooms. It should be the only bathroom downstairs. We do have some more bathroom upstairs because we do have like en-suites and like another bathroom. If I'm not mistaken, again, guys, I am recording this audio like so much time after I recorded this. I didn't even remember I had it before I actually checked for it. So, FYI. So this should be like a more formal sitting room, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we have this fireplace, some nice couches, very classy, and I get it. Like this is a rich family, you may want like a nicer living room for I don't know, if you have some important people coming over or stuff like that. So I was trying to do some interesting piece for the table, but I decided to go with the Parenthood one, which I love. I love how big it is. And yeah, I'm just trying to find the right layout. It's not that easy actually, because the room is a weird shape, and I didn't want it to all be about the I wanted the chimney, the fireplace, that's the word. The fireplace, I wanted it to be the centerpiece of the room, but it wasn't easy because I needed a much smaller room for that. I love those candles. Those candles look so fancy. But I guess it works in the end with the libraries and everything. Covering up the floor with carpet, with not actual carpet, but with carpets. It wasn't a good idea, so I decided not to do that. But adding this small table here, getting some decoration, it'll just make the room a little bit more lived in, which I guess is exactly what it is. It's a lived-in room in a lived-in house, so that was the idea. It's still very, very formal. It's like you'd go in here only sometimes. And then we have this small dependance I don't really know what to call it other than that. It's a weird room in between the bathroom and the formal lounge. So I wasn't really sure what to do with this, and I decided to do another studio office space. An office space with libraries and oh, actually, I don't think I leave the football thing in. I think I take it out. If I don't, it's a football space. If I don't leave it in, if I leave it in, it's like a more gaming space. Okay, cool. I guess I left it in. I didn't remember that, but cool. Anyway, we are on the upstairs now, and this should be the first room. It's like the master bedroom because it's like one of the biggest room. And this nice, I love this bed from the Vampire Stuff Pack, and I love how when you put it tilted like that, it looks so good. I really like it. It just gives such a nice look. I really enjoy it. I love the carpet as well. Very nice. This room is so fancy and very weird in style because they're all very old like pieces itself. We have this vanity. The bed looks very old. We have the like the old clock on the nightstand, and the nightstand is like a cart. So they are all like old things, old furniture that was repurposed for like a much modern room setting, because it's set like it's like a much modern room. I really like it. I like the tilted bed. It's such a modern thing. I don't know. That's yeah. That's I mean that's the gist of the house, a mix between old and new. So, getting a TV on this wall so you can watch TV in bed, because why not? You are rich. You live in this house. Why won't you watch the TV in bed? And here is the ensuite for the master bedroom. Nice ensuite with everything that you need. The tub and shower combo, I guess. Sink, toilet, everything that you need. So, really, really like it. Very boring. It's just a bathroom. So now we're working on one of the kids' room, if I'm not mistaken. I don't go with overboard with decoration again, because not having like a real family living in it is very difficult to find the style that you want for a room. So this is more for a teenager in my head, at least. So that's why we have like a desk so you can sit down and do your homeworks. You have this some nice posters, and yeah, it's more a teenage room than a kid's room. While these two are actually like child room. That's the idea behind them. Colorful. They have like a little bit more set style when it's all blue. When it's more like those creamy team color. There's very similar in the stuff that it's inside the rooms. We have almost the same things. I just changed the colors. Some things are changed around, but it's not that much changed. And yeah, you get it. Very, standard room, not personalized. Again, it's very hard to personalize a room when you don't know who is living in that room. So yeah, I think it looks pretty cool anyway. So hopefully you guys think so too. Decided to put in some cluttery stuff so that the room looks more lived in. So I think it looks pretty cool. So we are in this weird space here. Again, another office space. This is more like an art and crafts space. So we have also the painting easel. Yeah, a little bit more smaller, but still functional. You have everything you need. Everything that you need. That's what I wanted to say. So now we are on the third floor. We have this nice piece. When you come up the stairs, you see this horse on this table in front of the window. That's the piece when you come up the stairs. You'll see it in the screenshots as well. I do remember this screenshot. Putting a lot of stuff under this table to cover up the window coming through. But also not to do that, because I never do errors in The Sims 4. But now we're working on the rooms upstairs. So this one is gonna be turned into a gym, an indoor gym, and it's pretty cool, but also pretty boring. It's just a gym, just some machinery and some mirrors around. And this one is gonna be a very, very cool toy room. So you can come here, you have all the toys that I could fit in. It's not the biggest room in the house, so there are not all the toys that we have in the Sims 4. Because there are some toys that are actually pretty big, like the science thing, the castles, and like the puppeteer thing. So yeah, more or less this is the house. I do have some other things here and there, like this balcony, and I think there is another balcony somewhere that I have to do, and of course the outside still have to put on plants and stuff like that. Oh yeah, we do a little bit on the front, but we are getting near, or at least close to the screenshots. Just doing some landscaping around the house, some bushes, some nice stuff. Thank God now we have this scale up and down mod. It's so cool. Putting some a white picket fence like in the movies. Yeah, I think it looks pretty nice. And some nice trees, and we are getting close to the end of the video. At least we're getting to the screenshots. So of course some painting, I guess, I don't know, terrain painting just gives another effect to the house and it makes it look more realistic. So we're getting into the screenshot now. This is the first screenshot. This is outside of the house. Look at it, super nice. Should have some night screenshots as well. This is the back of the house. Didn't put in a pool. I could have done that, but didn't. So this is at night, pretty lit up, as you can see. Looks very cool, very classic style, as I said already, but also pretty modern. So you guys can have some different families living here, and I would love you guys to let me know what you think about this house. So this is the entrance. We are looking down to the kitchen now. A very nice shot. This is our dining space, which I love it. It's so simple. The kitchen is probably my favorite room though. I really like the palette and how it looks. It looks so realistic. I really love it. I really like the kitchen. This is the living room, the more chill out living room, the more contemporary one. I really like it. I love the accent wall. And this is the space, the office space that it's at the back of that room. Here is the downstairs bathroom, basic bathroom. And here is this space, the office space, that it's also game space, but it's also, yeah. This is the formal lounge, very nice. I left the cream palette, and this very contrast with the hardwood for this part of the room. Again, down, the shot down, the entrance. And now we are upstairs. This is the balcony, and we are going to the bathroom and then the bedrooms. But yeah, I think I am going to leave you here to the rest of the screenshot. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this speed build, leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Don't forget to put on notifications so that you know when the next video is coming up. And let me know in the comments what you think about this video. I really like this house, and if you want to download it, search another gallery. Thank you so much for watching, and bye bye.